Oh. Crimes of the Future, more like Crimes of the Present, released in 2022 and is directed by David Cronenberg, who's also behind such films like The Fly, Naked Lunch, A Dangerous Method, The Dead Zone, and Crimes of the Future from 1970 that has the same title as this movie, but has no other connection because they're two different stories. How original. And this body horror piece of shit is starring Viggo Mortensen, Lea Seydoux, Kristen Stewart, and Scott Spedman. And the reason why I suffered through this movie today is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from a longtime contributor and supporter of this channel, Dr. Camp. You strike again. You know, with your recommendations, you give me the best, like I just reviewed Citizen Kane, one of the greatest movies ever made, and then you also recommend movies like this, that apparently a lot of critics love, but I don't. And if anyone else out there also wants to be like Dr. Camp and help support me and contribute to this channel, you can select the QR code that is in the bottom left corner of your screen right now. Send over your donation of $5 or more with your movie recommendation, and if I have access to it, I will watch it, review it, and give you a little shout out, just like I did with Dr. Camp here. All right, so let me try to give you a plot synopsis. I still don't understand. In an unspecified amount of time in the future, several humans have evolved to where they do not feel physical pain and they do not suffer from infectious diseases. And apparently there are some people who can grow organs. And that leads us to our two main characters of Saul Tensor and Caprice, who are performance artists who cut each other up to do public surgeries because people in the future get off on watching live surgeries now. And these two are caught up in some type of government conspiracy where there's even newer mutations of humans who can survive off of eating plastic. Now Saul and Caprice are tasked with continuing with their performance art and are attempting to show the world of these advancements so that humanity can further advance and the government can maybe approve it? I don't know. This movie is so weird. It is so confusing as to what's going on. This was just not fun. And I can't tell you how frustrating and yet kind of liberating it is to be one of the few people who watch this film and just doesn't get it. But then you go to Rotten Tomatoes, which is just a flawed system in itself, but you see the consensus of all of the major critics out there, like, oh, this is a brilliant film. And then hell, even the audience scores are up there. And here I am, gonna be giving this just a shit score because this film was not fun to watch. I'm not really into body horror in general, so, you know, leave the body alone. Let's get some psychopaths and some serial killers in there, but, you know, just leave the body alone. You don't have to cut it open. You don't have to play around with the insides. Just leave it how it is and tell me a different story, please. And I've only watched one other film from David Cronenberg, actually recently, last year. It was another recommendation, The Naked Lunch, which was this film noir body horror film that had a whole bunch of alien creatures, I don't know, milking each other as you typed on them. I don't fucking know. I'm fairly confident now, after watching a second Cronenberg film, that this director is not for me. I feel like there are a lot of aspects that are in this film, story beats, special effects, obstacles that these characters have to overcome that are weird for the sake of being weird. And I'm sure there is some message behind this. Oh, if we keep polluting our planet, we're going to evolve where all of the toxic waste and all of the plastic that's in our oceans and in our ponds and in our water systems, we're just going to be consuming that and we're going to live off of all of that trash and it's going to be disgusting. I get it. That's probably the message going on here. But my God, you're going about it a weird-ass way, and I don't like it. That's just my personal opinion. Maybe you watched this film and you thought this was brilliant and you thought this was so unique. And in that case, great for you, and you were able to appreciate this film for what it was. But in my viewing, I I don't appreciate this. I didn't like this at all. It's weird for the sake of being weird. And I come at that viewpoint because I used to direct plays in undergrad and in grad school. And there were points where I wanted to do things that were weird or direct shows that creeped people out. Why? Not because they were saying anything, but because they were creeping people out. I was doing it to be weird for the sake of being weird, or creepy for the sake of being creepy. And looking back on it now, that is such a lazy way to be an artist. Do something for the sake of doing it. Be weird for the sake of being weird. No, I think that this is a very lazy way to go about telling a story. Why are these characters doing this? And why are they acting that way? Oh, just because? Okay, well, let's give this guy millions of dollars to make a movie then. I'm probably going to piss a lot of film viewers out there and lovers of Cronenberg out there watching this movie. I'm sorry if I'm dissing on a beloved director of yours, but it is just not for me. Maybe you can be polite about it and give me a little description or explanation as to why you like the film in the comments below. I'm sure all of you are going to be so nice and polite and not call me any derogatory words at all. Dr. Camp, I love you to death, and I'm so thankful for your support on this channel, but my God, this is one of the worst films you've ever recommended me. And not bad in the sense of it's so bad it's good. No, this film is just bad. This was not enjoyable. It pissed me off. I was so angry after watching this. I wanted to go do anything else than watch this movie. I will never watch this movie again. I'm gonna give Crimes of the Future half a Blu-ray because I can't go any lower.
No!
So guys, have you seen Crimes of the Future? What did you think about it? Am I completely wrong, and am I an idiot, and I shouldn't be reviewing movies again? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell. See you the next time I'm releasing next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.